Good evening, everyone. I would like to bring the December 18, 2019 meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors to order. And Ms. Caldwell, can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Fagan? Here. Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mr. Goldsboro?
Here.
Ms. Vericchio? Here. Ms. Joseph? Here. Ms. Alonso?
Here.
Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Chavone?
Here.
Mr. Phelps?
Here. Mr. Evans, can we have the invocation of the pledge?
Certainly, sir. Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer, bless all schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District, and grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. What is undertaken always be done in charity and in peace, and what we do might be for the benefit of others. All this we ask in your name. Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up, number 2, we'll have our reports from our student representatives. Mr. King, Ms. Porter.
This month at the Kindergarten Academy, on Thursday, December 19th, will be our annual Polar Express Day where students are invited to wear their favorite pajamas to school. This is a wonderful tradition here at the Kindergarten Academy and an experience that children talk about for years to come. The children continue to earn K-coins, and the bucket in the office continues to fill up with all the positive things the children are doing in being respectful, responsible, and safe daily. Our K-coin weekly winners have participated in extra computer time, won a free pretzel, and were able to choose a prize from the treasure chest.
Glenwood School this month, many second graders made their singing debut on Friday, November 22nd during their Peacemakers performance. Ms. Cronin has worked with the students since September, teaching them how to create peace all around them. They learned how to stop bullying and how to make friends everywhere they go. On Friday, November 22nd, all the students in Glenwood School came together to bring Thanksgiving to many people throughout Delaware County. Each grade took on various tasks such as making PB&J's sandwiches, bringing in canned goods, making treat bags for kids, sewing together sleeping bags, and many other projects. All the food brought in was then donated to Loaves and Fishes, city team, and the women's shelter and media. The graduate from all the recipients was enough to warm your hearts for many years to come. Our amazing Glenwood families donated 487 pairs of socks, which were given to local homeless men, women, and children. Thank you for all the support with this project. Congrats to all the students who participated in the elementary and the middle school concerts. American Idol is waiting for all you to audition. Our amazing home and schools parents brought Disney to Glenwood. On Friday, December 6th, many families celebrated the holidays together by competing holiday crafts, silly and fun poses in the photo booth, and finally getting to meet the big man himself, Santa Claus. It was a great night and everyone had a great time.
At Norwood, we held our annual book fair from November 20th through the November 27th. Conferences were held the week of November 25th. Dr. Goldberg was named an Exalta All-Pro teacher by the Philadelphia Eagles. Exalta All-Pro Teachers is a program that recognizes outstanding 5th through 12th grade teachers in the tri-state area for their contribution to the students, school, and community. During the NFL season, Exalta and the Philadelphia Eagles will select 10 exceptional teachers to be honored in their classrooms and by Eagles fans. We hosted our annual holiday shop from December 2nd to December 5th. This year, Barksdale offered a picture fun pack that students were able to purchase in addition to their school pictures. Our 8th graders sold kid stuff books and sports raffles to help offset the price of their year-end events. Our 2nd graders went to Adventure Aquarium on December 12th, and our 2nd graders also made blessing bags for a service project on December 13th.
Prospect Park School. Our student council sponsored a canned food drive in support of Loaves and Fishes and delivered it on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Our 2nd grade visited Bear County with the Bernstein Bears Financial Literacy Program at the Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union. Our elementary students were rewarded for their positive, productive, and proud behaviors when they received their PBS reward for the first trimester. Our first and second graders had a dance party, while our third through fifth graders had a special movie and treat. Our middle school earned their PBS behavioral reward and were allowed to go to the movies and lunch. This year's middle school saw the largest percentage of students qualifying for the reward than any previous year. We will be going into the community for our annual holiday card delivery to our neighbors around Prospect Park School. Each class will take one block within a quarter mile of the school and deliver a card wishing each of our neighbors a happy holiday from their friends at Prospect Park School.
At Tinicum, a coat drive was held on November 2nd in the school cafeteria. All the Tinicum community was invited to pick out a winter coat for their children if they needed it. This event was sponsored by Driving Away the Cold, Auto Dealers Caring for Kids Foundation. On Friday, November 15th, we had our first Buck Award assembly. Many of our students and classrooms were recognized for their outstanding behavior. We still have 2 more assemblies this year for students to be recognized. The National Theater for Children came to Tinicum School to put on a production about energy and how electricity is created using resources on November 20th. The program was for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students who enjoyed it and learned a lot. Thank you to Ms. Tillies for arranging for this program to come to our school.
At the high school, on November 7th, 8th, and 9th, 6 high school students represented Interboro at the annual State Student Conference in Johnstown, where Fran Parker presented a workshop. November 9th, the craft fair at the high school was jam-packed with vendors selling candy, food, holiday decorations, and much more. We would like to thank Marge Evans and all the volunteers for all their hard work. November 14th through the 16th, once again, 65 Interboro students did an outstanding job with the production of The Curious Savage. The play was enjoyed by over 500 community members. We would like to thank the Interboro production staff, Hannah Canals, Georgie Dortone, Shannon O'Dean, and Gabrielle Capuano for a job well done. A special thanks to community member Eric Schreiber for building the set. November 19th, we recognized our students of the month with a breakfast in the library. Congratulations to all who were celebrated for their achievements. November 27th, our annual Thanksgiving pep rally was held in the gym to pump up our team and students for the big game. Vince Papali, a 1964 graduate of Interboro, was in attendance, and his number 83 Eagles jersey was hung in the gym hallway. The Eagles sent their mascot Swoop a few cheerleaders for the festivities. On November 28th, congratulations Coach Lennox and the Interboro football team on the big win against Ridley. Go Bucks. This concludes our report.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. Thank you, Ms. Parker. Moving on to number 3, recognition, Ms. Rowland.
We do not have any for this evening, Mr. Phelps. Thank you.
Moving on to number 4, Mr. Evans. Is there any public comments?
Yes, Ms. Beauty Phyllis from Bentham.
No. I just wanted to say happy holidays to you all, and that we look forward, IEA looks forward to continue working in a collaborative way with the district on all issues. It's been working well so far, and we'll continue that way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Okay, moving on to number 5, Mr. Evans.
Motion 5.1, that the following minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors held on November 20th, 2019 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 5.2, that the following minutes of the reorganization meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors held on December 3rd, 2019 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. And next up will be our solicitor's report, Mr. Cuffio.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. This month, my firm reviewed contracts, worked on some special education matters, and focused on some tax assessment issues. And what I mean by focused on tax assessment issues, the deadline for appeal for taxpayers and/or districts, this district did not file any appeals, is December 15th. So those tax appeals take a few days to file in. So I don't have an exact number, if any, of taxpayers who might have taken an appeal from the Board of Assessment, but we get those over the next 2 to 3 weeks from the court system, and I'll be advising for it. With that, I wish everyone at this time of year, as it's an opportunity to spend time with family, I wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday and a very happy and healthy new year. I'm sure the administrators and the teachers in the room and on the board are looking forward to the end of the year, as am I.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to number 7, Mr. Evans, financial.
That's from the Office of Finance. Motion 7.1, the detached treasury report for the months ending November 30th, 2019 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 7.2, that fund disbursements in the amount of $3,904,693.02 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 7.3, to approve the budget transfers for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Do we have any correspondence, Mr. Evans?
No, sir.
All right, number 9, committee reports. We have one report by Mr. Shabani from the audit committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. The audit, we received the audit and it's on the agenda for approval tonight. I just want to highlight some of the things that was in the report. The audit showed that there were no significant deficiencies or non-compliance findings regarding our financial statements. The audit did find a material weakness relating to pension liabilities and other post-employment benefits. The auditors recommended that the district implement policies and procedures that will provide for strong internal controls over financial reporting. They also reviewed the federal awards and found no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies. Some of the budgetary highlights of the 2019 budget were as follows. The expenditures for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2019 was lower than the adopted final budget by $657,540. This shows that we are being extremely frugal with how we're spending money. All the directors should be commended for working diligently to not spend the money. The auditors were impressed at how under we came with our expenditures. The revenues, on the other hand, were less than the adopted final budget by $785,000. The most significant variance was the actual school real estate taxes collected were approximately $739,000 less than budgeted. This number represents 2% of the total school real estate taxes budgeted. In addition, the state subsidies for employer retirement contributions were approximately $330,000 less than the budgeted amount, due to a slight decrease in the percentage of the state subsidy calculation. So the total impact of that, the district began the year with $3.9 million in our fund balance for the general fund, but the shortfall in revenue needed to be made up with fund balance. So the audited amount of our fund balance currently is $3.1 million, which is approximately 5% of our overall budget. Mr. High School will begin the process of filing with the state once the audit is approved by the board, which it is on the agenda for tonight. Thank you.
Mr. Shabani. Okay, moving on, our students could be excused, Ms. Parker, Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holiday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, moving on to the committee appointments. We are going to appoint our finance committee. It will be made up of Mr. Harris, Mr. Evans, and Mr. Chavone. Mr. Chavone will be chairing the finance committee. Our GBO committee will be made up of Mr. Goldsboro, Ms. Alonso, and Ms. Verrecchio. And Ms. Verrecchio will be chairing the GBO board. Board liaisons will be I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You didn't put the little
I'm
lines
sorry,
on
I
it.
usually apologize.
The board Delaware County IU will be, or DCIU will be Mr. Harris. Delaware County Community College will be Mr. Goldsboro. Legislative will be Ms. Verrecchio. And Community Outreach will be Ms. Alonso. And this, just so you know, is the same as last year. And I can't tell you what a fine job all of you did on these committees that you are on. You're doing a fantastic job. The finance GBO meetings will be held on the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. in the boardroom of the administration building as follows. January 13th, February 3rd, March 2nd, April 13th, May 4th, June 1st. There will be no finance and GBO meeting in July and August, September 8th, October 5th, and November 2nd, and of course that is all 2020. Okay. We're moving on to number 10, Mr. Evans.
Sir, from the Office of Personnel, motion 10.1 to 10.10, starting on page 2 and ending on page 6, to define personnel action to be approved.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Number 11, from the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motion 11.1 to 11.5, that the following items be approved.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board?
Just quick comment. Mr. Harris asked at the work session about these being budgeted already for this current budget, and Ms. Lambert had said yes. So just for the public, that these are budgeted amounts for these students.
Thank you, Mr. Sugar. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried 9-0. Next up, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Special Education Pupil Services, motion 12.1 to 12.6, starting on page 6 and ending on page 7, that the following items be approved.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board?
Just quick comment. I jumped the gun. I made that statement about the curriculum budget item or the agenda items when I meant to say it for the special ed pupil services items.
Thank you, Mr. Sugar. Don't jump the gun again.
Sorry.
In your lane.
Sorry.
Do we have any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried 9-0. Next up, Mr. Evans.
Yes, sir. From the Office of Technology, motion 13.1 and 13.2.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried 9-0. Next up, Mr. Evans.
And from the Office of Finance, motion 14.1 and 14.2, that the following items be approved.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Mr. Chavon?
Yes, 14.2, I just want to say that this is just a procedural vote on the index resolution. It's not us raising the taxes. It's just setting a limit of where we can go. Again, it's procedural so that we stay in line with the state timeline.
If I may backtrack and read that motion.
Sure, absolutely.
Motion, well, 14, let's do 14.1 first.
Okay.
That the Board of School Directors approve the audited financial statements prepared by Barbara Kane Thornton and Company LLP for the school year ending June 30th, 2019.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? I would like to make one comment. I'd like to thank Mr. High School. He did a great job working through this audit. We came through it with flying colors. The audit company pretty much said we were squeaky clean. Very impressed. So, and that's not because of us, that's because of Mr. High School. He tunes that budget and the finances with a fine-tooth comb. Does a great job, Maury. Thank you. Great job. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next up, Mr. Evans, 14-2.
Motion 14.2 that the Board of School Directors approve the attached index resolution not to exceed a 3.5% increase for fiscal year 2020 to 2021, consistent with Special Section Act 1 of 2006.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? This is what Mr. Chabon was referring to on the 3.5 index here. Hearing no comments, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 15 that the Board of School Directors approve the PA-REAP Technology Services Agreement with NSAN Inc. for January 1, 2020 through December 31st, 2020 in the amount of $1,049,000 or I apologize. In the amount of $1,049 to be paid from district funds.
Second.
I thought that was
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 16 that the Board of School Directors approve the Newman University Facility Temporary Licensing Agreement for the high school graduation on June 10, 2020 at a cost of $12,000, $145 to be paid from district funds.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 17 to accept a limited scope engagement letter from the law firm of Diorio and Serenity LLP as special counsel for Interboro School District at an hourly rate of $190 and $95 for legal assistant time for residency matters.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 18 is a roll call motion that the Board of School Directors approve the preliminary Interboro School District calendar for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, Ms. Colby, can you have a roll call,
Ms. Fagan? Yes. Mr. Harris?
please? Yes.
Mr. Goldsboro?
Yes.
Ms. Vericchio?
Yes.
Ms. Joseph?
Yes.
Ms. Alonso?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Chabon?
Yes.
Mr. Phelps?
Yes. Motion carries 9-0. Do we have any old business to be addressed? Hearing none, do we have any new business? Hearing none, we will now hear from our superintendent, Ms. Ryder.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Just two quick announcements. The district will be closed beginning Monday, December 23rd, 2019, and reopening on Wednesday, January 2nd, 2020. Also, on behalf of the administrative team, I would like to wish everyone, our community, staff, all of our students, a restful winter break, a happy new year, and we'll see everyone back in January. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ryder.
Thursday. Oh, one correction. It's Thursday, January 2nd, not Wednesday. Thank you.
Okay.
Apologize.
No problem. Do we have any comments from any of the board members? I would just like to wish everybody happy holidays. I hope everybody has a good Christmas, a good New Year, a safe one. I hope our administrative team and all of our teachers and the Interboro family, because we do feel as though these are family, all have a great holiday, Christmas, New Year's. Please behave yourselves, don't get too much trouble. I know, you're out of work there for a little bit, and we will see you all back on the second. Yes, Mr. Evans? Same thing I got you last year, son. Yeah, cold. Do we have any other comments? All right, hearing none, the next work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be convened in the boardroom of the Administration Building on Monday, January 13th, 2020 at 7 p.m. The next regularly monthly public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be convened in the boardroom of the Administration Building on Wednesday, January 15th, 2020 at 7 p.m. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming.